they abandoning the children in 2020 or 2021, leaving a 15-year-old boy, 13-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old girl only leaving food once a week. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard saying, quote, "This situation would be deemed deplorable and intolerable for an animal, and it is utterly unacceptable for 3 children." 7 News Detroit reporter Tierra Braddock spoke to Sheriff Bouchard today, as well as a neighbor reacting to the chilling revelations. We do want to warn you, some of the details of this story are very disturbing.
Just a few days ago, Oakland County Sheriff deputies came to this house behind me to do a welfare check on a woman. But when they got inside, they didn't find her, but they did discover her 3 kids who had been abandoned, living in deplorable conditions.
Man, what y'all got going on out there in Detroit, man? We just seen the lady the other day leaving her kids at the casino to die. And this lady has left her kids in an apartment by themselves for 3 years, apparently. Since 2021, 2022. This is crazy.
Everybody's upset about it, like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood. How could something like this happen?
Pontiac resident Emma Gross lives a few streets over from the home where the kids were found. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office says the house was covered in piles of trash as high as 4 feet in some rooms. There was even mold and human feces throughout the house.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions.
Sheriff Michael Bouchard tells me a 15-year-old boy and his 2 sisters, ages 12 and 13, hadn't been outside the home in years and were surviving off of weekly drop-offs of prepared food.
It kind of reminds me of the
weekly drop-offs. Who was dropping off the food? The mama? So she left the kids at the house for 3 years and just dropped off food to them? Where was she living? What's going on? I got so many questions. What is going on? And how these kids don't know how to clean up? Shit, at 15 years old, shit, 12 years old, I knew how to clean up. This is insane. This is insane, man. Just left these kids in this house like this, man. And dropping off. I want to know who was dropping off food. Let's see.
Commercials you see where animals are living in very deplorable conditions. Well, kind of take that times 10. And that's what the kids were living in for years.
The boy told deputies that his mother abandoned them back in either 2020 or 2021. Deputies were recently called because the landlord of the home asked for them to do a welfare check.
The landlord said he hadn't seen her for some time, and I think, as our detectives mentioned, that hadn't paid her rent going back to October.
The kid's mother was arrested on Friday, and Bouchard says she had been living somewhere else in Pontiac. The kids hadn't been in school since they were abandoned.
So she had been living somewhere else and was just dropping the kids off food. I bet it was a new man. I bet she was living with a new nigga. This is insane, man. This is why these kids need father. Like, y'all need to stop having kids with men y'all don't want to be with or don't want to be with y'all. Seriously, man. Seriously, man. How do you have kids and just leave these kids over here in the house by themselves and you just dropping off food? And you living in a whole different location? Detroit, what's going on? What's going on out there, man?
It's going to be a very long process to figure this all out. Not just how they are, both mentally and physically, but how did this ever happen? To have these kids fall through the cracks on so many levels with relatives, the community, and with schools.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
For real, 3 years,
I've
no
seen,
school.
Child neglect and other situations where they're living in bad places, but not to this level and not for this extended duration.
3 years. 3 years, man. No school, no nothing. You just left these kids in the house by themselves and you just dropped food off for 3 years? That's insane. To do what? To do what? I need more. I need more. I need more. I gotta learn more. I'm gonna do some more research on this, and we gonna learn more about this situation. But I'm telling you, ladies, y'all need to stop having kids by men you don't want to be with, and don't want to be with you. Y'all put the kids in a bad situation. You put yourself in a bad situation, and you put. Come on, man. Like, come on. This is inhumane. Inhumane that y'all can sit here and have babies back to back and you can't afford them or you don't want them. Like, what's the purpose? The purpose of procreating is to build a family. We need to stop all this reckless sex and perverted BS that we have going on in this community, in this society. Because it ain't just black people. It ain't just black people doing this. But black people are at the forefront of all bullshit. And y'all need to cut the bullshit, man. We will forever be in last place with stuff like this going on. This deems black folks in a bad light. This single motherhood that y'all push so hard. And y'all try to be liberal and vote Democrat and all this whole type of shit, man. This needs to stop. It needs to stop. These kids need fathers. These kids need guidance. They need people in the household who care about them. Y'all leaving them in cars and leaving them in the house and come on, man. At least they locked this woman up. The last woman didn't even get no jail time. She out right now. Still trying to capitalize off the situation. I've been seeing a lot of that going on. Y'all kids dying. Y'all create GoFundMe trying to sponsor your life and all that old type of shit, man. That demons. Lock them all up. Lock them all up, man. They all need jail time. Just like this woman. The other one needs jail time too. They all need jail time. Cause this is bull. It's been going on too long. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. Follow me on all social media websites. You know what I'm saying? Link is in the description. Black folks, we gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Stop being a lame. This shit is lame.